All right, so let's take a look at what's included in the box. They really emphasized on the 2-year battery life. That it's really amazing because this camera, it's completely battery powered and it should be sitting outdoor for like a long time until you switch the battery. Let's open it up. Whoops, oh, you open it up this way. It's a little bit bigger than I was expecting. And of course, this is the user's manual. Okay. And oh, this is the hub, I believe. So sync modules. So this one, you have to power it. We have a power brick and you have a cable. Again, I have no idea why Amazon is still using micro USB. And there are some screws for you to install the camera outdoor, of course. And there's this thing. Oh, I have no idea what this is. The camera itself, again, it's quite big compared to the previous one, I believe. This is the plate that you use to mount the device onto whatever that is. They included some batteries, which is nice. Okay, and that's it. That's all you get inside the box. There's no instruction here to tell me what to do with these guys. Okay, so this is a cover. You have to remove this. Okay, I don't know what this is for, but I'm pretty sure this guy is just a rubber cover. Yep, just a sealed cover. Okay, and this is even more confusing. I thought you used this thing to go this way. No, you don't. I think you use this side, the pointy side, like a screwdriver to rotate it to unlock it, I guess. Does it? Nope, you just need to keep unscrewing it. So this is a screwdriver, or you can probably use a coin. I have no idea. So you can unscrew it, open it up. This is how you do it. And you put the batteries inside. Okay, so now this is I figured that the sync module needs to be plugged in, so that's why you don't see it here. I have it plugged in somewhere else, just to add multiple cameras. And that sync module, I believe, allows you to record your footage locally as well. We'll figure it out together. And let's take a look. So I have the camera here with the batteries inside and the sync module connect to USB power. Let's tap onto this. This is the Blink Home Monitor app. And you have to register an account, or if you have an existing account, just sign in. But for some reason, they wouldn't allow me to sign in with my previous account. So let's try this. Let's tap on Blink Wireless Camera System. So you have to scan the sync module serial number. So just give me 1 second. I have my sync module sitting somewhere else in my living room because I don't have power close by. The sync module QR code is at the bottom of the sync module. So scan that first, and it will ask you to create a new system. So name your system. I'm just going to name it randomly. Okay, so it's asking me to look at the module and see if it's blinking blue and green. It is. What do I do? Do I wait or discover device? Okay. Wants to join the network. Okay. This is not easy. Trust me, this is not really user-friendly in terms of how to set up the device. And I know this is only a one-time thing, but it is kind of confusing. Blink would like to find and connect to device on your local network. Okay. Press on OK. What? I'm back to the previous page. That's weird. Just gonna discover. Join. I'm not gonna tap on cancel because that's not going to do anything. Okay, so now we're in. So it's now asking me to connect the module to my Wi-Fi, so I'm just going to do it quickly. Let's see if it's going to do anything. Okay, it's updating firmware. Hopefully it's not going to take long. If it's going to take long, I'm just going to fast forward the video. All right, so we're back after the update of firmware, which took only like a minute. It's now connected to my Wi-Fi, and I'm asked to add a camera by tapping onto the plus sign here. Set, okay, Blink wireless camera system. Nope, I have that module set up already, so I'm not going to select this one. I'm going to select Blink wireless camera. And now it's going to ask me to scan the QR code again off my camera. I'm just going to do it very quickly off the camera. So a system, it's a group of camera. Okay, so I'm going to add it to this system. I believe you can have multiple systems, let's say a home one and an office one, or like living room, backyard, front yard, garage, you name it. So I'm just going to add it to the existing system. Position your camera, what to avoid. Okay, this is just giving you tips of how to set up your camera so it will have the best image view and also have the better quality of image, because you want to avoid the sun and avoid like vehicles or anything, to have an open kind of view to see with your camera. So that's what it's suggesting right now. And it's also updating the firmware of the Blink camera. And I am super surprised because this is brand new. I just received it and they don't have the latest firmware. That's kind of funny. They literally just released it like yesterday. And I have no idea why they're still updating firmware. But anyway, let's see if we have to wait. If we have to wait for long, I'm just gonna fast forward again. And we're back again. So the firmware update on the camera is also not that long. It's only about a minute. So now camera added successfully. So I'm gonna tap on done and hold down the talk button to have a live view session to talk, release to listen. So it's like a walkie-talkie. So I can take a photo, start a live view, arm your system. As the other Blink camera, you can arm it, so just in case if there's any movement or suspicious movement, it will send you a notification. So that's really good. It does not have a live view until probably you press this button. So I'm just gonna quickly try it. Tap onto it. Hopefully it'll give me a live view of this camera right now, because this is the only Blink camera I have. Okay. So it's now receiving the sound of this camera as well. The delay, it's really bad. It's not live. Same thing, the live view, it's not going to give you constant view. So you cannot use this to constantly monitor something. Some people want to use the Blink cameras, let's say the indoor one, to monitor babies, but it's not going to work because it's not going to constantly give you the feed. So when you tap onto live view, it will give you a basically 30 seconds view, and it's super laggy. Yeah, it's about like 3 to 5 seconds. At least 3 seconds. It's quite laggy even compared to the previous one. Let's take a look at the quality. I'm just going to show you my face, I guess. So this is me having the camera pointing at me. Of course, this is not a vlogging camera, but this is the quality. I would say it's quite nice, to be honest with you. The quality of the image is really nice. Wow. Like, especially on the phone, if you can see it like in real person, it's actually really good. It's just super delayed. Okay, I'm just gonna show you guys like my super messy, like, kitchen. The kitchen is really dark. Okay, so ignore the light in like in the camera before. This kitchen is quite dark, and it's doing a pretty good job. I'm just gonna turn off some lights and see if it will actually show you the image. I'm gonna turn off this light right here to make it even darker. I don't know how it looks like now, but it is quite nice. Sorry for the super messy kitchen, but I'm just gonna show you guys like how nice it is when it's in dark. And the viewing angle, it's not bad at all. And you guys can see how wide it is. Like, this is my living room. And this is how it looks like with a saved image that I just took with the camera. If I tap onto it, I believe you can see the playback. Yeah, it's pretty clear. Like, it is really high definition, that's a plus for sure. And the angle is pretty wide as well. Not much complaint in terms of image quality or view of angle because it's doing a pretty good job. And battery life, if it's 2 years, there's no way that I can test it. Like, I'll see you guys in like 2 years if I want to test the battery life. And the battery life, if it's like over 1 year, that's awesome already because it's completely wireless. As you can see, it's kind of crazy. All right, so let's quickly talk about how to mount the camera inside or outside of your house. Of course, this camera doesn't have a leg like the Blink Mini. What you need to do is quite interesting. This is actually part of the mount. And this is, of course, the actual thing or the piece that you use these screws to screw onto the wall. And you just need to do this. So you have to figure out which side to kind of force this thing in there. Don't want to break it. Yep, so you just kind of force it in like this. And this part right here, this kind of like suction cup kind of part, you stick it into this piece. Like this. Now you have a mount. That is kind of not, I would say the angle is okay. You can't go straight with this thing. You have to angle it for sure because there's like no way that you can spin this thing to make it straight. So always your camera is gonna point at certain angle as you can see right now. And of course, now okay, so before you do this, I just did it to demonstrate how to do it. But before you do this whole thing, remember to screw this back cover back onto your camera first before you do this. But you can definitely pull it off, that's fine. It's not like a super big deal. You can pull it off. Okay, it will look something like this, and you basically mount it to the surface with the tiny screws. And the screws are visible. As you can see, there's no cover on the screws. I would say it should be quite secure by the screws, but if people are going to like yank it off your wall, it's still gonna happen. That's how you mount it. I read the instruction online, and again, I really think they should include like a one-pager of instruction to how to mount it or to quickly set it up. But this is how you set up the new Blink camera outdoor from Amazon.